Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do a draw my life. So I was born on 23rd of the 7th July 1996. I was born in St George's Hospital on I think it was a very horrible and wet, stormy night. I was actually born really small as well, apparently. Okay, so I was born into a family of 7 if you include me. That included my dad, my mum, my oldest Zoe, my other older sister Caris, my 2 older brothers Jake and Elliot, who are actually twins, and of course myself. So yeah, I got on pretty well with my siblings. So yeah, that's Zoe, Caris, and Jake and Elliot. They are twins, so yeah. So, skipping forward a little bit, I met a girl called Billy when I was in nursery, and we're both 3 years old, and we became best friends. And I remember I actually talked to her because of her long blonde hair. And in year 1, me and Billy made a few new friends. We made friends with a girl called Chidema, another girl called Juliana, and a girl called Kelly. Juliana had black afro hair. Chidema had short curly black hair that she wore in lots of plait, and Kelly had bright blonde hair. And I actually remember Billy and Kelly didn't actually get on the best. I'm not too sure why, they just didn't seem to really like each other that much. So skipping forward a little bit more, Billy actually ended up moving to Wales at the beginning of year 2 with her mum, which was kind of annoying, but we hoped we'd still see each other. But things changed, and she came back at the end of year 2 actually, which was kind of good, but not really for the best reasons. Her mum had actually got really ill, and sadly at the end of year 2 she actually passed away. Anyway, moving on, Billy then came to live with me for 6 months, and she became like my sister, so that was quite fun, until she then again had to move away and moved in with her nan, which was kind of annoying, but you know, as you do. I still saw her every weekend. Then a little while later, I then had to move from South London to North London. I ended up leaving my sister and my dad, and they lived in our old house until they moved into their own flat, and I moved in with my new stepdad and my stepbrother. There was my stepdad Jan, my mum, my older sister Caris, who I ended up sharing a room with, my 2 twin stepbrothers, actual brothers, and myself, and then my little stepbrother Clement, who was kind of fun but sometimes could be annoying. Then moving on, I then went to another school, and that was called Brooklands, and it was kind of fun at first. I made friends with a boy called Daniel and a girl called Chanel, who was also new, so it kind of was good to be with someone who kind of was new as well. Unfortunately, me and Daniel had a big massive argument, and we broke up and didn't be friends, and then Chanel had to move again, so I ended up actually being alone again, which wasn't very fun really. But at the end of the year actually, I made friends with a girl called Siobhan, and it was kind of cool because we were going to the same secondary school, so that was cool, and she was a lot of fun. Anyway, then we went to high or secondary school, whatever you want to call it, and I became friends with another girl as well. Not the best time of the year, but I became friends with a girl called Jessica during open day, and I was really looking forward to seeing her again, and her and Siobhan being friends didn't turn out the way I wanted. Siobhan actually took a disliking to her, and she took a disliking to Siobhan, so she left and didn't want to be friends with me, and Siobhan then left and didn't want to be friends with me, so I was left alone again. But then I met Mr. Parsons, and he kind of kept me out of trouble. I got into trouble with Jessica, and I got bullied, but he stopped me from being bullied, and he kept me out of trouble. But then he had to move, and he moved to South America, and I got actually really upset, and I remember I cried on the way home. Anyway, that's when I met bullies, and they started doing really horrible things to me, and I remember I actually started crying quite a lot of the time, and it felt like I had Target kind of stamped on my head. But at the same time as being bullied, I got called things like big ears and loser and loner and ugly and stupid, and of course anorexic, which was annoying because I was quite skinny. After a while, me and Jessica kind of made up, and we became good friends again, and we started hanging out because it was better to hang out with someone who wasn't the best than to be alone, because you got bullied more if you were alone, even though Jessica was kind of a bully herself. But she kind of got calm, because then this other girl, let's call her Bobby, started being really horrible to both of us. She started to hit us and I don't know, I think she threw things at us, pulled our hair, put gum in our hair, and at one point during science class when Jessica wasn't there, our teacher told us we were doing a practical and we got some acid, and she put some in the beaker, and if it went in your eyes it would burn you and make you blind, or if it went on your skin it would burn you, and she threw it at me, and luckily it went on the floor and didn't hit me, but she was completely psychotic. Then my parents decided to save me and I was homeschooled. My stepdad became my maths and science teacher, and my mum became my English and science teacher as well. Then after that I ended up going to college, which was one of the best years of my life. I made lots of new friends, and I did my GCSEs there, and I got a B in English and I got a D in maths, and luckily that meant that I could go to performing arts in my next course. So I did that. I got drama, dance, singing, made lots of friends, and then they of course cut my course because they thought that they needed more funding for the sports program. So me and my friends all left, and we decided, instead of just going to different random places, we all wanted to go to the same college, so we did. Went to a new college, but unfortunately some of our friends didn't get in, but most of us did. And that college was City of Islington College, which at first seemed like a really nice college, and we made a few friends like Rachel and Eddie. But then my friends were like bye, and they left me alone, and again I was alone. And if this wasn't bad enough, there were more children bullies, and I thought I'm not going to be allowing myself to be bullied again, so I actually dropped out and took a gap year that year. It was not actually a good thing to be at that college, so I focused on getting a job and working and having fun and making more friends and stuff like that, and that was quite good. Then I went to Yeti, which is the Young Actors Theatre in Islington, and I made more friends, and it was wonderful. I loved it, and it was great, and it was the best year of my life until bang, I actually got really, really badly ill and had to go into hospital. I was in that hospital for the entire year with my illness. And if that wasn't bad enough, I then was going into hospital in South London because my dad fell into a coma. He had a brain bleed, a fractured skull, he caught pneumonia, he also had a heart attack, and he had a stroke. So I went and see him all the time, and he fell into a coma. But luckily he woke up, but he was kind of never the same, so that was kind of sad. Anyway, a little while after, I moved to Essex with my family, and I moved back in with my older sister, and I actually moved in with my stepdad's mum. And I fell in love with this boy called Josh, and I thought that me and him were going to be really happy together, until I found out he was a complete waste of space, and he actually left me in the middle of the night, and I was heartbroken. But it wasn't too long till I met another guy called Kyle, who actually took over my life, and I fell deeply in love with him instantly, and I think he feels the same way. Anyway, not too long after we'd been together, he moved in with me, and we went on holiday to Marrakesh and everything. And then not too long after that, I think it was April, he asked me to marry him, and I of course said yes. So we're meant to be getting married this year on I think it was the 26th of July, and I was really looking forward to it, and then coronavirus came and smashed that dream. So now we're getting married on the 18th of July next year, and I'm so excited. But yeah, anyway, now I'm happy. I've got my wonderful fiance, I've got my beautiful 2 little dogs, I've got my wonderful 3 little cats, I've got a lovely flat, a good job, and a financial happy family, so I'm really happy now. So my life turned out pretty good anyway, and I'm happy now. Anyway, so I hope this wasn't too much of a downer. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to find out when I upload videos again. And don't forget to like, of course, if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, comment if there's any other videos you want me to make. And yeah, so I'll see you later. Bye!